Welcome to my channel in yet another video. In today's recipe, I'm going to be making bread from scratch. This is a tutorial that is going to be taking you through step by step of how to make a very nice soft bread like you can see there in the video. So if it is your first time and you would love to make bread, then please subscribe, like and leave a comment below. So start by adding 1 glass of warm milk in a bowl, and to that add a dry active yeast. Make sure that you are using warm milk because hot or cold milk can kill the yeast, which prevents your dough from rising. So once you are done, mix all that up and let your mixture sit for 5 to 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, like you can see there in the video, our yeast at this rate has already dissolved. You cannot spot it at the bottom of the bowl. So add to this your salt, sugar and eggs. Make sure that you are using salt in fine particles, because if you are using sea salt and it has those big particles, they will not get dissolved. So that implies that you will have them in your dough, which is not good because they will not be dissolved. So mix the eggs. The eggs are going to make this dough soft and sweet as well. Also the sugar, the amount of sugar we used will make this dough to be a sweet dough. Once we are done mixing all that up, the wet ingredients, to this we add our dry ingredients, that is the flour. Start by adding 2 glasses of flour. Do not add the flour all at once to avoid inconveniences of when you have to again look for liquid or milk to add, because you added a lot of flour all at once. So add the flour in bits or gradually as you mix until you have a very nice soft dough. For someone who would love to make bread and it is your first time, you do not have to first have the measuring cups and spoons for you to get the right measurements and also to be able to make a very nice soft bread. Like I have shown you in the video, you can still use a cup. Our Tampecos still work. You can use a glass regardless of how many meals that glass contains, and you can still make a bread using our teaspoons, our tablespoons at home. You just need to substitute the cup in a recipe with a glass. And for that tablespoons, it is the spoon we use for sugar, for tea at home, or the spoon we use when we are eating. And for the teaspoon, it is the small spoon we use when feeding babies, when feeding toddlers. So go on and knead your dough until you have a very soft dough like you can see. Then to this we add our butter. Make sure the butter is at room temperature and then start mixing until you have a very soft dough. The butter is going to make this dough to be elastic and also to be soft. Like you can see there, just trust the process and knead the dough until the butter is all incorporated in the dough and you have a very nice soft dough that is no longer sticky on the surface, also on your hands, like you can see there in the video. So once we are done with our soft nice dough, we are going to add it back into a bowl. Make sure that you knead the dough for around 5 minutes. Then you are going to roll it into a ball, a very nice ball, shape it up, and then we are going to add it in our bowl and let it rest. Grease the dough with oil and let it sit in a bowl. Let it rise for 1 hour to 2 hours. Cover it up with a cling film or a nice kitchen towel and keep it somewhere in your kitchen where there is warmth. such that the yeast can react and the dough can rise nicely for you to make those nice soft breads. After 1 hour, like you can see, our dough has already doubled in size. Make sure that you do not leave it out for so long because at times it can fall out of the bowl. So right here you place it onto the surface and then dust with a little bit of flour. We are going to knead it for a minute or two before we proceed with dividing our dough. This is a very big dough that can give you 2 breads or 3 small breads, depending on how many breads you would love to make out of this dough. It is a very nice dough that can make sweet bread, it can make garlic bread, it can make those soft bread. So here I start with our first dough, our first bread that we are going to make. So according to the pan, I press it and try to stretch it to fit nicely in the pan I decided to use. Like you can see there, you can use a little bit of flour such that it stretches nice and it does not bounce back. Make sure that you dust with a little bit of flour in your pan if you are not going to use a parchment paper, because this way this helps the dough not to stick at the bottom once you are done baking your bread and you want to get it out. So here we cover with a kitchen towel and let it rest for 15 to 20 minutes. Then for our second dough, we are going to be making this bread that has lots of childhood memories. So here I added raisins and then I start folding it. I'm going to be making this twisted bread. Yeah, it is twisted bread that has those memories, because as kids we used to love the raisins and we wanted only that part that had the fruits. So the kids loved them a lot as well, so I decided to put quite a number of them in this dough, and then you fold it and make a very nice dough. Then after you cut it into equal parts, like 3 equal parts. Then we are going to roll them like into a log, a very nice log. Make sure that they are all uniform and they are all of the same size, such that you have a very nice bread. Meanwhile, kindly help me grow by subscribing to Ugandan Kitchen, like the videos and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about my recipes in the comment section. Let me know what you would love next to see on my channel. So after we are done, like you can see, we start twisting our bread. Like you can see in the video, also this dough can make you very nice cinnamon rolls, it can make you very nice custard rolls, it can make you buns, those nice burger buns. At this rate, make sure that you are preheating your oven at 170 degrees Celsius. So once we are done, we transfer our bread onto a baking pan lined with a parchment paper and then leave cover and let it rest for 20 minutes. Meanwhile, our first bread, our first dough has already doubled in size, like you can see. So here I'm going to be making my garlic bread. So I start by cutting it into squares, like you can see there in the video. In a bowl, I have butter, garlic, a little bit of salt, and dried oregano already mixed. So like you can see there, I melted the butter, then I added the garlic and then the rest of the ingredients as I listed them up there in the upright corner. So brush all that on top. We are making garlic bread. It is so flavorful. It has a very nice aroma. I love it, especially on Sundays, on weekends, because you can have it like the way it is without any other sauce. To that, I added mozzarella slices in between, fixed that up in the bread, and we are ready to bake for 20 to 30 minutes until everything is nice and brown. So with our next bread, once it has also doubled in size, you brush with egg wash. With egg wash, it is an egg or egg yolk. You can just choose to do any or just get an egg and then add a little bit of milk, whisk all that up, and then use it for brushing on tops of eggs, scones. And so here I added black seeds. You can as well use sesame seeds, and then we are ready to bake as well for 30 to 40 minutes at 170 degrees Celsius, or depending on your oven. Time can differ, and also the temperature. Kindly help me subscribe to my channel, that is Ugandan Kitchen. Here we are. Click on the subscribe button, and once you are done, click on it again and come turn on your notifications. Click on all, and that implies you will be notified whenever I post a new video. Kindly help me put a thumbs up on my videos. Whenever you watch a video, it is important you help me put a thumbs up, because this helps me to grow. It helps YouTube to put my videos out there for other people to view, which helps my channel. And like you can see here, we have our bread. It is all ready. It is all nice and soft, nicely baked. Like you can see, it is flavorful and it is soft. So here we go. This is how it looks like inside. So nice. And yeah, your breakfast is ready. Your evening tea is already catered for. Like you can see that you can slice it, and you can even make sandwich out of it. Yes, you can make sandwich out of it using other fruits here and there. You can add jam on it and then enjoy your breakfast. Also with our garlic bread, it is ready. Like you can see, it is soft and flavorful. It has a nice garlic aroma. Also from the dry herb that I use, oregano. It can be any other herb of your choice. It can be rosemary, it can be thyme. And you have your garlic bread ready, soft, flavorful, and also so nice. Until next time, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Please also follow me on my other social media platforms: Snapchat, TikTok, and Instagram, Ugandan Kitchen. Until next time, thanks for watching.